Welcome, welcome, everybody. So grateful to be with you today, taking a little bit of time out of your busy December. I know December is probably the busiest month, second maybe to even May these days. But I know it's super busy and we're grateful that you took some time to come and hang out with us today. My name's Kara and Bobby's here with me, and we just wanted to explain a little bit about the Plexus products that we love and why they might be the missing tool in your tool belt that you didn't even know you were looking for. That's how I was. So I have been using these products for about 6.5 years now, but I was super skeptical. It took me 2 years to even look at them. So if you're anything like me, or Bobby also was a little skeptical, she's a nurse, and it took us a little while to look into them. So we love doing this call to explain what we have learned about them, because if you are like us and you think it's a quick fix weight loss thing, it is not. Weight loss is often a byproduct of it if you need weight loss, simply because that's the result of balancing your body. And when your body is in balance, it comes out of crisis mode and it knows how to start healing itself. So the body's the miracle. The products are just the tool to aid it in doing what it knows how to do. So having learned all of that, I love these products. I'm a lifer now. My entire family uses them. My kids are 14, 9, and 4, and my husband also uses them, and they've changed everything for us. So we're going to talk about a few of the products today. We're not going to go into all of them because there is 30+ products. They have a really great line. There's something there for everybody, but there are the core products that everybody can start on that will target the 3 pillars of root healing, which are decreasing inflammation throughout your body, improving your gut lining and gut balance. It's called your microbiome. And then also balancing your blood sugars. That is not just a diabetic thing. If you eat food, you need balanced blood sugars. You know you do because you crave food and you get hangry when you don't have enough food, or maybe you get happy when you eat donuts. Like food affects our mood because our mood is part of our hormones, and hormones are part of your blood sugar. So everybody needs some help with that. So if you target those 3 root issues, everything can start to improve in your body, because like we said, it knows what to do to fix itself. So when I started, just to back up a little bit, I started 6.5 years ago when I finally decided to look. They were working great for my sister and my family who had started before me. And I finally decided to go ahead and look into what these were. At the time, I had a 30-day period. I was miserable. I had had an IUD for 1.5 years and had no period, and that was great. But when I got it out, it wreaked havoc on my body. And I literally had a 30-day period, a 5-day break, and then a 30-day period. I was miserable. I was a PMS monster. My kids and my family were walking around on eggshells trying not to set off mom. I just could not control my mood. I was tired all the time. I needed 2 naps every day, had to have them. And they were at least 2 hours long, each of them. That was the only way I could function in the day. And I also had a candy storage where I would just walk by every hour and take a little bit. I didn't think it was binging because it was just a Starburst here or a licorice here or some chocolate chips here. But I needed that sugar to survive and get through my day and to not be cranky. It gave me a little pick me up, and then I also could handle life. So at the time, my nutrients were also in the tank. My iron was 12, my vitamin D was 15, my calcium was super low, that my parathyroid was so high to steal calcium from my bones. I was a mess. I was a wreck. My hair was falling out. I wasn't sleeping good. I was stressed out and anxious. I was just not myself. That was not me normally. And it had just been accumulating to the point where I was finally desperate enough to try. So I went ahead and I started the products, and on day 3, I leapt out of bed with energy. I'm not necessarily a morning person, and so that was new to me. I was like, who is this person that has this energy and can get out of bed? It started getting better and better, and about 2 weeks in, my husband looked at me and said, I have my wife back. Just keep doing whatever you were doing. This is awesome. And he's like, by the way, sign me up. I want to do it too. So we started doing it together. I started on the Triplex and the X Factor, Rachel. And within 6 months, my iron, my vitamins D, all of my nutrients, my super deficient labs came up into normal range. I had been supplementing with stuff my doctors had been giving me for 1.5 years, and it had not changed my labs at all. In fact, they were getting worse. So when I switched everything to the Plexus products, I was really skeptical, but within 3 to 6 months, everything came into range. I felt amazing. My hair started growing in nice and thick again. I started sleeping like a husband. I had all day energy without needing sugar. And then about 14 months in, I was actually hormonally balanced enough that I was finally able to get pregnant with my 4th baby. And I had just begun to think that wasn't going to happen. It took me a while to get each of my babies. And so I had kind of given up on baby number 4. And then lo and behold, one day we were pregnant. I actually contributed to me and my husband both using the triplex. And so together we were able to make that baby. That was my best pregnancy. And I was 38 years old, guys, 38. It was my best pregnancy. I didn't swell up like a beach well. I had energy the entire time. I just needed short little naps. I didn't crave crazy things. It was great. And I didn't have gestational diabetes. So I knew that my health was reversing and it was doing, I was getting healthier. That baby is by far my best pooper. She doesn't have constipation issues like my other kids did. And she craves salad. My other kids crave carbs because that's the gut they inherited from mom at the time. So anyway, Plexus changed everything for me. After I had that baby, I lost 45 pounds. It slowly just started coming off because my body was coming out of crisis mode. I had tried everything before, and in between every baby, I would work so hard to lose at least that baby weight. But now I've lost 45 pounds of weight, and I'm just super excited to have it continually coming off because I'm doing things from the inside out to heal my body. So what did I do? I used the triplex and the X Factor, as I mentioned. That's the products I started on. I've since added in some of our amazing, great products. Like I said, we have about 30 plus, but the triplex is foundational because it targets those 3 pillars of root healing. So the first part of the triplex is the pink drink that we're known for. It is called Slim, and that's because the main ingredient is chromium, and chromium balances insulin. Insulin is your body's main hormone. So if you go after the main guy, you don't have to worry about all the other guys. It'll do the work for you. So insulin goes through it and it balances all of your other hormones, and you start sleeping better. You start feeling better. You start having energy. Your cortisol comes down. You come out of fight or flight. So you're not anxious and stressed all the time. You can handle life better. So that's what the pink drink does. Because everybody in the initial studies were type 2 diabetics, who it was designed for, and they all lost weight, they called it Slim. But they quickly found that everybody can benefit from balanced blood sugars. And so they still named it Slim, but we like to think of it as balance because that's really what it does. All right, so pink drink, think hormone balancing. It is the one that makes you function in life. All right, so pink drink. The other 2 I'm going to talk about really quick are the gut products. So BioCleanse and ProBio5. These guys are like sisters. They're supposed to be together all the time. BioCleanse, ProBio5. So ProBio5 is like a toilet scrub brush. It goes through your gut, scrubs all the junk out of there, kills off all the bad gut bugs, and then the BioCleanse flushes it out of your body. Don't worry, it is a gentle cleanse. It is meant to be taken every day. All of my kids take this. Nobody's ever pooped their pants. It is not like a colonoscopy cleanse, all right? So don't let that scare you. It is actually a magnesium vitamin C supplement, and it's an absorbable magnesium. When you don't absorb magnesium, it flushes from your body like a laxative. That's why we have milk of magnesia. But when you have an absorbable magnesium, it actually supports up to 700 different metabolic functions in your body. And magnesium is the most depleted mineral that we have. It is super easy to deplete with stress, sugar, soda, and prescriptions. So if you're not putting something back in to support it, you are deficient. It also doesn't always show up on a lab test as deficient. There might be some in your body, but your body's not able to use it. So you want it to be absorbable. So that one's a good one to be putting back into your body. Let me go over the ProBio5 and it separately for a second. So ProBio5 is a 3-in-1 product. It does have great probiotics in it, has 5 digestive enzymes though, that go through and do the miracle work. A lot of people take great probiotics. But if you are not weeding the garden, the seeds you're throwing down are never going to reach the dirt. They're never going to get to take root and grow. You have to weed first and then seed. So the ProBio5 goes through, weeds the garden, and then you can go through and put in the probiotics that can then start growing in that gut garden. So that's what the ProBio5 does. It weeds the garden, clears out all the bad gut bugs, makes room for good gut bugs. Okay, BioCleanse, we talked about that one, how it flushes through, builds the magnesium in your body so that your body can function and thrive. Just to give you an idea of a few things magnesium does for you, it helps to prevent headaches and migraines. It helps to make your periods nice and gentle and not painful. It helps you to not crave sugar. It supports insulin, so the insulin is more sensitive in your body. So everybody needs more magnesium. All right. So I'm going to turn the time over to Bobby to share her story a little bit and a couple of her favorite products. And then we will wrap this up.
Right. Thank you, Kara. Okay, so a little bit about my backstory. Growing up, my mom was the holistic, crazy, crunchy lady. Like, she always pushed everything holistic on me, and it never worked. I had migraines as a child. I had really bad endometriosis as a child. I slept terrible, and I was constantly constipated. Nothing ever helped any of that. So as I got older and went into nursing, I just figured all of that stuff was hogwash, didn't work, wasn't worth even looking into, which is the typical attitude of most people in the medical field. And so I just fit right into that mold. But I still struggled with daily migraines. Like, if I had a day without a migraine, it was a miracle. I still struggled with constipation. I would poop every other day. Now I eat 3 times a day. Okay. I slept terrible. I would lay down in bed and pray to Heavenly Father, please let me get some rest tonight. And I would hear the alarm go off and think, did I even fall asleep? I'm not sure. I don't think I did. So I was just constantly tired, run down, in pain, grumpy because I was in pain, and my family dealt with me because I dealt with what I dealt with. And then, of course, because I was so exhausted, I didn't want to cook anything, and I was addicted to sugar because my microbiome was so off that, my diet consisted of sugar. I had donuts and chocolate milk and hot chocolate, and I didn't drink a whole lot of sodas, but I had sugary drinks and sugary snacks. And if I had a hamburger for dinner or a salad for dinner, because I did that sometimes, I finished it off with something sugary, cookies or brownies or something that tasted good, right? And so that was just my life. I thought that was what life happened as you got older, and you just had to deal with it. Well, my dear friend Kara here kept asking me to check her stuff out, and I said, no, no, no. Finally, she caught me in a weak moment. Thank goodness, because I was like, okay, fine, I'll try your 7-day trial. And guys, it worked. The first night I tried this, I laid down, I fell asleep fast, and I woke up rested and thought, I don't even care what else this does. It makes me sleep. I'm doing this, because it's not a sleeping pill, which many of my co-nurses were on sleeping pills, because that's just what we do. We sleep at night to work more in the day. Anyways, so I didn't have to get on a medication. And balancing my gut was the answer to all of those things. Now I eat healthy, I sleep, I poop. All of those things have adjusted and balanced out. And it's because of those 3 core products and a couple extras that we didn't talk about. But Ease is one of those. If you don't know anything about Ease, learn. It's fabulous. But we're going to talk about Vital Biome. Let's see if I can get you to see what that is, right? This is one of my favorite products, actually, because it is a probiotic that also has psychobiotics in it. And so it helps with your mood. So not just depression and anxiety, which that's huge, but also anger and frustration and like all of those moods, right? It helps to really just calm and get you into that. Oh, I can be patient through this mess. I can listen to it. I can figure it out. I can hear it. And then I can decide what I'm going to do with it, right? That's what this product does. It just helps you get in control of you. And I love it for that. It also is fantastic for depression, guys. I think a lot of times we think of our adult people that we deal with on a daily basis that struggle with this, but it is huge. It is an epidemic in our teen kids, in all of the teens. It is an epidemic, and these poor kids are trying to figure out what to do with it, and we're throwing medications on it, and it's causing more problems. My daughter came to me in confidence and said that she was having very negative thoughts and thoughts of hurting herself, and they did a test at school and she scored very high on the depression side of things. And so I got her on this stuff, and her whole mood and life and everything has totally changed because she's on this, added on to the triplex. So I just love that product. And I feel like, especially this time of year where we are dealing with so much coming at us, you know, like we got to make all the cookies and treats for everyone in the neighborhood. And we got to make sure everyone we know has a gift. And we got to make sure the house is all the things. This helps to just keep it calm, keep it relaxed, and you can enjoy all the things, because we do them because we want to, but then we end up so stressed that we didn't really get what we wanted out of it. And that helps to really help you get what you want out of it. The next product that I love, and especially this time of year, is our Active. This is our natural energy antioxidant drink. And so what it does is gives you stable all day energy without adding sugar, calories, or the, artificial sweeteners. And what artificial sweeteners do in our body is make our bodies think that we're getting sugar. And so it craves more sugar. So what do? We drink some more of our artificially sweetened drinks, making it worse. Okay. So this one, it gives you energy all day long and keeps you going for those. I got to make the cookies, and I got to go to the parties, and I got to find the presents, and I want to enjoy time with my family. It really just helps us to be able to be present and there for our life throughout all the year, but especially this time of year. It's so important to be able to really feel the feels and take it in and not get so super stressed out about all the feels, right? So those are my two. And I just, part of what I get from these products is I get to have more meaningful time with my kids and my husband and my neighbors. And it really just brings me personally out so that I get to be present for life.
Thank you so much, Bobby, for sharing your story. I so appreciate that. And yes, I've known Bobby for years. And one part that I love of her story that she didn't share tonight just for time is she used to struggle coming home from work after giving herself to everybody and being there for her family. And so she now gets to be home with her family, and she gets to be happy while she's with them. So I love that too. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love the VitaBiome and the Active. I like to think of ProBio 5 as the weeder and VitaBiome as the seeder. And then Pink Drink is the Miracle Grow. So they all work together to really populate that gut with good, healthy stuff so that you're balanced. And when you're balanced, your gut can produce the serotonin, the melatonin, the dopamine that it's supposed to. 70 to 90% of those hormones are actually made in your gut, and then they travel up the vagus nerve into your brain. So you need your gut to be balanced to feel your best. So thank you again for coming, guys, and for checking this out today. If you are thinking of some friends that would love to hear this video, send it out to them, let them watch it, answer their questions afterward, and make sure they know that starting with some buddies will help them to stick to it long enough to see results. We've actually shown that they're 85% more likely to have results if they start with some buddies, and Plexus knows that. So they have a great family friends referral bonus where if you get 3 people to start with those new friends, then they get $300. What would you do with $300 under the Christmas tree this year? Like, I will just put that in an envelope with my name on it, and it would be my Santa gift to myself. So anyway, reach out to them and let them watch this video. If they have any questions, help them out with that. But thanks again for coming, guys. We're super grateful to have you here. Go and enjoy your December with your family.